American Pacific Islander Heritage Month, and KTVU is so proud to shine a light on the good work being done by organizations such as the Asian American Donor Program. It's dedicated to increasing the availability of potential stem cell donors for patients with life-threatening diseases that are curable by a stem cell transplant. Let's talk more about this by welcoming Jonathan Leong to the 9. You're the founder of the Asian American Donor Program. Thanks for being with us, Jonathan.
Great, thank you. Thank you for having us.
Of course. The program is a fairly young one, 1989, and you've made great strides since then. We'll talk about the success you've seen, but take us back to the beginning. This program was started out of a very personal and specific need.
Yes, there were, back in 1989, there was very few of any unrelated donors that matched anybody. Mainly they were all Caucasians because it was done through blood banking. And there were two Chinese, a baby and a 22-year-old that needed a transplant. And of course, there were no Asians, Chinese specifically on the registry, very few, I think less than 100, and they decided that by surnames. So someone had a Lee, hey, who knows how many different Lees there are, but that's how they decided there were that many Asians. We started the organization for the pure purpose of increasing the donor registry. And by doing getting people to be tested, and back in the old days, we used to take 3 to 4 tubes of blood, and that went in to be tested, and that your markers, your DNA markers were generated from that. Today, it's even much simpler. Right now, all it takes is a cotton swab, a little saliva, and you're done. You're on the registry. And of course, the people who need the bone marrow transplants is because it actually helps people with 30 to 50 various blood cancers that allow the transplant from stem cells to be effective in saving their lives. And it works. We know that it works after 30 years of recruiting and 30 years of knowing who gets transplanted and how many came up and needed the donors that we registered. Even today, right now, we average 5 to 7 lives per month of people who have been asked to donate and to people they don't know. And it could be anywhere in the world. It could be someone across the street to across the country to across the world. And you are on the registry.
Have you had to put a pause in your in-person events? You've done a lot of outreach at local schools and communities here, but has COVID put a stop to that, and has that increased the need for people to go online and register to be a donor?
It was always a fun way to register donors at street fairs and events, and now because of COVID, we are doing bone marrow drives in a box, mail-in bone marrow drives, and it's working. People who are interested between 18 and 41 years old or 44 years old can send us a little email, and we will send them a donor kit to be tested at home, because it's just saliva utilizing cotton swabs, and you answer a few questions online, and you're registered, and you send the kits back to us, and you will get on the registry. So it really helps a lot. It really has that.
You're saying it helps a lot. 600 plus people have their lives saved because of this donor match. Again, you're joining the Be the Match registry. It's a simple swab, just a couple of questions online to fill out. Have you been there, Jonathan, when a family learns that a match has been made? Have you been able to be part of that conversation?
It's yes and no. We know that of the people that we work with directly, some of the patients, yes, we would. We see that, but most of the time they're from anywhere in the country. Anywhere, like I said, it could be next door, or it could be across the country, or they could be on the other side of the world, because the registry is international. So people who sign up to be on the registry is searched 24 hours a day, and a match, they can match someone, in India, to match somebody in the Philippines, to match somebody, next door in Walnut Creek. And it happens all the time now. Without the people who have registered and stepped forward to be stem cell donors in the past, none of this would happen as of even today, because the numbers aren't there. The DNA markers are not there.
Right. I mean, I love seeing people smiling as they're swabbing their cheek here. They're thinking they might be saving a life one day. Thank you so much for providing this valuable conversation. Hopefully, it'll spur more people to take action. Jonathan Leong, founder of the Asian American Donor Program, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.